mean, our job is not to go, oh, absolutely don't carry that. Our job is to help you, maybe help you make some decisions.
Right.
So as much as you're willing to show us, we are willing to guide and help. And I think we can do that.
Thank you. So should we start on the outside?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. First I have my little pad here that I use for when I stop. I just throw it on the ground so I can protect my pack. I have a sit pad and it goes under my mattress at night so it doesn't slip and slide. Extra water bottle.
Dual purpose.
Yeah, extra water bottles.
This will be a thumbs up or a thumbs down exercise.
My 3-liter Be Free water filter.
You can tell she's been using it.
Yeah.
A hat, my security, my safety scarf. That was for something I don't recall. Oh, I put my water filter in that. And yeah, I really love these double pocket. It's Outdoor Vitals.
Okay.
This, I love this pack, except they put this zipper down the middle so you can get onto the inside. But everyone that I know uses a pack liner, so it's.
Oh, that does kind of defeat the purpose.
It does. My mattress pad.
Check.
Here I have some waterproof socks, gloves, water mittens, rain mittens, and there's a pair of possum gloves in there, wool possum gloves.
Oh, no, hold on. Let's use your mat.
Okay.
Let's use your mat because what we want to find out is, have you doubled up on anything?
So you have, these are glove liners and mittens, and what are the gloves inside?
The possum gloves, the wool gloves.
Oh, okay.
Which
Have you used these?
I have.
Okay. What do you think of them?
I love them.
Okay.
I love them.
Good.
I'm thinking of those for when I get wet feet and it's cold out.
You know what? We have failed. We have failed you already.
Okay.
Is there something you are not sure about in here that you want to show us as you go along?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right.
I have my first comment.
All right. Not yet.
My first comment. I do think you're doubling up here.
Okay, yeah, those do not keep my hands warm at all, so they can probably go. Yeah, they're horrible.
Let's have
the other, it
we
seems
gotta
like-
do-
We need a to-go pile, yeah.
So you want these?
Yeah, but I do need warmer gloves than those.
Yeah, I mean,
They're out.
Yeah, oh, they're down.
Are they
Yeah.
wool?
The possum ones, yeah,
Okay.
they're terrible.
They're terrible. Okay, great.
Well, they work for me until it's really cold out.
Yeah. Mine wet and they still.
Yeah, they worked for you? Well,
So right now I
what do we
see-
got here?
that is my rain jacket and rain pants.
Okay.
Okay.
So I gotta have those.
Gotta have that.
That's in the stay pile. Do I have too many water bottles?
For the AT, you probably do.
But you've got to take as much as you want. But yeah, the AT is so much easier to get water.
Eliminated one once I got this one.
Are they 20 ounces?
They're, no, they're not liters, they're 700 mil.
Oh, so I would recommend having 2
1 liters.
1 liter bottles.
Two 1 liters in your Be Free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that'll get you on the AT.
So all 3 bottles go out here.
She also has the 3-liter Be Free.
What?
She has the big bag.
Oh my.
3-liter.
Huh? Pick one.
But see, I fill this so I can fill those at camp. But I really don't need to fill those.
But why don't you use that to fill them? Why don't you use the 0.6 to fill them?
Well, I can carry this, but my reason for that is I can carry this to camp, hang it, and fill what I need for that night and the next morning.
Okay. Well, then that becomes one of your liter bottles, and you're down to a 1
I
bottle.
can go get away with one then.
I agree with that.
I like that idea because those are starting to be a pain. Oh, this is excellent. Okay.
You gonna put one of them in the to-go pile?
I think all three of those can go in the to-go pile, and I'll just get 1 liter one. Okay, in the front strap pocket, bug stuff,
Yep.
hand sanitizer, and my carabiner, because I use this at nighttime to hang it on my trekking pole so it's not on the ground or in my tent.
Say what?
I hang this on my trekking pole after my tent's set up
Okay.
in the vestibule. I hang this from the strap of the trekking pole.
So I have a suggestion for you.
Yeah,
Because ounces add up to pounds, pounds add up to paint.
it's a big one. Oh, I can use that.
Use one or the other
Yeah.
and get rid of one of your carabiners. So just hang it on here.
Yeah.
You have to take it off at night.
Right.
But again, it's things that are redundant.
You wouldn't even have to take the garment off. Just
Right, you could do it. So yeah. Ooh, a heavy item too.
Okay, one of these has to go because I have 2.
yeah.
Listen, you can get a hand sanitizer this size too.
Ah, okay.
I almost never use hands.
Ooh,
I don't touch anybody's hands.
I'm glad you didn't say that loud.
boo hiss.
Especially after hearing her story at Dismal Falls.
I'd do if I do that.
Okay.
I got it with me, but
Some of the shelters have big tubs of hand sanitizer, so you can fill up every now and then.
Maybe elbow bumps with you.
This is 1.5.
Nice. I think you want to have it.
Any grocery store you go to, they got them right there.
I would personally, I stick with that one. You never know how often you need it, and clearly in Clay's case, he never needs it, but I was using it all the time.
And then my inReach is on the outside, and that's it.
Excellent.
Now the good stuff.
So do you have anything in your belt packs?
Oh, thank you.
Oh my Lord.
Do I ever? Headlamp, that's a keeper. After reading about Mighty Blue's experience with the stick pick, I think I'm going to ditch it.
I wouldn't, they're great.
But you broke your phone.
I did, but
It fell off.
Now wait a minute. What is that?
A stick pick.
Are you planning on hooking all that up all the time?
No, I tried. No, and I can't. I'm having a hard time taking 1 picture a day.
oh right, there you go. If you're not going to use it, they're great though.
what is it?
It's a knife.
A knife?
You know what? If you want it, that's a luxury. Keep it.
It's a neck knife.
Well, the thing is, the whole idea of it being a neck knife, I wore it for several months and it was so annoying.
Get a Swiss Army, $16.99.
I have a Swiss Army knife it's that big, and it's got scissors in it and a blade,
That thing's like a machete.
and it's perfect. It's all I need.
Wow, see, all the secrets come out. She got another one in there.
Okay, and I've got one that's even smaller than that,
Yeah.
believe it or not. And I love it. It's super sharp.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta have that. Doggy bags. I also use them for my trash bags, so I'm gonna keep those. And this side should be only snacks.
Do what?
Where do you put your phone?
My phone,
Where do you put it during the day?
I always carry it in my
Okay.
my pocket.
All right.
I'm afraid to leave it off of my body. This is a new item I picked because the blow up pillow just wouldn't work for me.
In the
She's gonna become.
what in the world? That's
Can I point you to something?
Sure.
Okay, let me.
But it's really
But
light.
this is we haven't ruled that out in yet.
And it really squishes down, but it packs better for me.
There's a company that we have as a sponsor for HandCon, and it's actually a hammocking pillow, but everybody uses it for camping also, for tents. It's called the Squish Brick.
Yeah.
And all it is the memory foam. When you squish it down, it's literally like a little ball about like this, but whenever you take it out of its pack, it opens up, and it's really comfortable. It's a little smaller than that, but it is very comfortable.
We'll see what happens.
Kind of like in the middle.
Wowza! It's cute.
Isn't it cute?
It's so cute.
The tent, my Steaks are in here and also my ground sheet.
Is your tent in good? The case in good shape?
No. No, but I did that myself.
I'd kind of get a new one of those cases personally, because mine's starting to go, and I can think this is just getting worse and worse. You know.
I made those holes by pushing my steaks in a hurry.
All right.
Yeah, and I ripped it, so that was all on me. My cook stove, my fuel, my lighter.
Yeah.
Do you love your jet boil?
It's okay. It's okay. I wouldn't say I'm
Super attached to it?
I'm not. I'm
'Cause
not.
they're heavy.
That goes with this pillow.
So that could go with
The maybe
I
pile.
do have a titanium pot at home that I've been kind
If
of
you
like.
adore it, keep it. If you're not so sure about it, it's something you could think about.
I only boil water. I'm not cooking.
Yeah, hang on. But the boiling water quickly is really important sometimes. I wouldn't get rid of that personally.
I think it's totally your discretion whether you like it, and you can save a lot of weight if you want.
Yeah, I like the fact that I can keep other things in there, you know.
I keep stuff in my titanium pot,
Do you?
but I have a tiny little stove attachment.
That sounds like that's in.
That might have to be in.
Oh, that went to the automobile.
Oh, poppins.
Keep it.
I would,
It's magical.
yeah,
Keep it.
Great.
yeah.
Great.
But you hid that thing like.
AT hikers, how often did you use your brollies on the AT?
I use my brolly about 5 days straight on the AT.
See, and that's what I'm concerned about. When I do need it during those pouring down rain.
It works great. It does. It's meant to be a sun umbrella, I know, but I tell you, it works great.
Water out of your.
So is there any way you can put that on the outside?
Put that on the outside, Chica.
Well, on another pack I could, but because of my pad, that's where I would put it. But they're two short pockets, so I haven't been able to quite figure that out.
But it's a great thing to have. Oh, is that inner liner, is that a specific liner you use?
This is Nylafume, which
You weren't impressed with it, were you?
I was not, because actually this is a brand new one, because the last one I used for not even 50 miles,
I'll give you my
I poked a hole in it.
I'll give you a trash compactor bag.
And they're
I'll just give her mine.
too, but they weigh too.
I got 800 at home.
But the thing with the poles, I think I really worry about not finding a good spot, you know, that I need a free standing.
I use those a lot.
I like the fact that it gives me more room in the tent.
Yeah.
So I think I might have to keep these.
Yeah.
I guess we can do this one next. This is my med bag.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of heavy, but you know, there's things I have to have. Right? Got to have a comb. Got to have meds. Let me start setting stuff out.
Comb does not count as medicine, by the way, but
Hearing aid. You know, I got to be able to hear those trees falling around me.
Well, I mean, there's some things you have to take.
But they take a really long time to charge in the cold, yeah. With
How often do you use the eye drops?
every day.
You do, okay.
Yeah, I got to. Got to. Saline solution, contact case. I use these Sandy wipes just to extra sanitize my fingers before I take my contacts out. I only use those for my eyeballs. Here's my wallet. Tissues. Oh, and a mirror. That's for safety reasons, in case I, you know.
It's a big mirror, breaking in half.
It's already got a hole in it.
Do you need the Kleenex and the
Probably not.
because you got toilet paper.
No.
So I'll get rid of the
Kinda
Kleenex.
use that as my toilet paper
You
when I
have
use
toilet
it.
paper.
No, I don't carry toilet paper.
Okay.
What's your system?
Shake it. It's
You're a bidet gal.
well,
You can use
I guess I could be.
you can have a pee rag too.
I could have a pee rag.
One of the cooler cloths.
Or a bandana, not
Or
your
just a
safety
bandana.
but
You know, get a yellow one so you don't forget which one it is.
yeah.
Right. Toothbrush?
Oh,
Oh,
do you need the case?
No, I probably don't. And I really hate that toothbrush.
put it in a Ziploc bag.
Have you all seen this Z-Packs toothbrush?
Go to Walgreens and get one.
Well, you've got this part, and
The-
and you've got this part, and then you gotta hope it's going to stay together as you're brushing your teeth.
No, no, no.
And it doesn't stay together.
Yeah, that Z-Packs just tried to sell something.
And then they give you this cute little tube of toothpaste.
That would have lasted me 2 days.
Yeah, what do you use on day 3?
I would use just the brush and ditch the case and the
and
little
just get some
toothpaste.
normal toothpaste.
It's going. It's going. And actually, I do have no more toothpaste in there. So the rest in here, cough drops, nail file. That's either soap, powder soap, or
You're not gonna use it.
If you don't know what it is, if you don't know what it is, you're certainly not going to use it.
You don't know if she's rub it or
And then-
swallow it.
Dear God! Wait a minute. No, no, no. I believe in medicine, but
Well, I took more.
put them in your resupply.
do I want to have to stop and buy them every time I go to town?
Are you sending yourself boxes?
I am.
Put them in
Put
your
them in
box.
there.
They are in there.
Oh, okay.
5 days.
Yeah, I think you should keep those. You
Well,
should-
that's probably more for 2
and to be honest with you, you've got a lot of stuff in a small bag there. I think you should keep virtually everything you want.
That's your ibuprofen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna take a couple each day.
Oh, absolutely.
So the bag, it's just gonna get lighter and lighter.
Why don't you go to your doctor and get 800 milligram ibuprofen?
That's a good idea, just to save the space. He did give me prednisone because I'm highly allergic to.
So when you hike the Smokies, did you take vitamin I every day?
I take vitamin I every day. Yeah.
All right.
Regardless. In this little bag, it has Wiley's meds. He has all kinds of preventative stuff for him, which I think is important to do. This is some
Make him carry it.
Wiley
right
have a bag.
moleskin, band-aids, that kind of a few of each.
I think
of
you've
them.
got a lot of stuff there in a small bag. I think you've done a great job there, personally. You don't want to. I don't think you want to chuck away too much of
I
that.
don't think so.
Yeah, I probably want to keep that. Then I have a pencil in case I need to write with some tapes on it.
I carry a space pen.
Yeah, I probably need to get a.
You have a lighter?
I do have.
Wrap some of that stuff around your lighter.
Okay.
Wrap some stuff around. You could wrap some stuff around your handle. Use what you have and wrap your stuff. You could wrap half your comb up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You could, yeah.
Trekking pole.
Trekking pole.
You have water bottle? Water bottle, yeah.
Who makes the bags that put all that in?
These are Z-Packs. Ridiculously expensive.
Ditty bags. You can get ditty bags at REI.
Yeah.
So wait, can we go back to your wrapping? It's tape, just so you have tape. Is that
Yeah, like Loco tape or something like that. Yeah. Tenacious tape.
Duct tape.
Duct tape.
Uh-oh, she's some kind of face right here. I'm concerned.
Feel it.
Well, what is it?
My electronics bag and miscellaneous.
Okay.
So my eyeglass case.
Are you YouTubing on the trail?
No, but I have like 7 things to recharge, and everything comes with a different cord. My Garmin, my watch, my headlamp, my hearing aids,
They're not all US.
Wiley's beacon, my phone.
Well, pull the rest of it out. Let's see.
No, well that's my hearing aids. They're the Bluetooth. I'm sorry.
How long are your cords? Because you can purchase cords that are only 6 inches long.
They also have the cords. You also have the cords that have the different.
That's what I have.
Those too. I would about that.
But everything has like a different connection.
Well, that's what
There can only be.
It's a
what,
heavy
2
item because if you carry a power bank.
I only have 2 things that are compatible.
If you go to Walmart though, they sell a cord that will have like your USB-C, your micro, your lightning, and a couple of others.
Yeah. Yeah, see, this way I can, but this is heavy.
And your power bank is at 10,000?
It's 20.
20. That's way too much for the AT.
Even with all these things I need to charge.
Way too much. Because they're not going to run down. I mean, I guess I don't know about hearing aids and I don't know about his beacon, but 20 is a lot for even like the CDT. That's a ton. I mean, I have a 10 and I never run it down. Yeah, it's heavy. The 10 won't get that much lighter, but it's just, you know.
They're heavy.
How often do you think you'll go to town?
Oh, I plan on going every 4 to 5 days.
Yeah, so I think that's too much. You know, I think you could go with something lighter if you wanted. I think you could.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid. That's a fear.
Every time I see your license plate, I think you guys work for the government. Here comes.
Yeah, this is my straps that I tie our mattresses together.
Tie what together?
Our mattresses,
Oh, right.
because,
Is your tent that big?
well, it's a duplex.
So it's his and your pads?
Yeah.
And you attach them?
I do, because if he rolls to his side, his pad is up in the air.
Okay.
You know what? That's your experience. So you can't not have that.
I could probably cut some of this off now that I know what length I need.
Yeah, that makes more sense. But you certainly need to keep.
Cut them down, yeah.
You can.
You know what? You probably only need one too, and not two.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his pad's shorter. He has that little short thermarest one. And I probably don't need this plastic bag either.
No, put them in with your sleeping bag
Yeah, good idea.
or your sleeping pad. Uh-oh, see that face? What is that?
It's my air pump.
Get one of those bags Body Blues got.
I have one, but you know how hard it is to do that when you're tired after a long
Are
day?
you carrying lungs with you on this trail?
I have good lungs. I know, but it's also a light.
You have a headlamp. Look.
I vote no on that, but that's just me.
Quick question: does that have changeable batteries, or do you got to recharge that battery? So that's another thing that you got to worry about charging. That's less of a
This
cable.
was the only thing that was compatible with something else.
Oh, I think that.
That's on the fence. Yeah, that's on.
It probably is, but I tell you, there's the one thing that really upset me when I got to camp every night, blowing that flipping air pad up.
Now that is
Pain in the butt. That's the reason I don't do it.
So do I have too much first aid? I have an extra cap. Do I need an extra cap?
no.
Probably not. Goodbye. And well, here I have, you know, like some Neosporin and
But do you have that already?
more cough drops.
I'm down with cough drops. My throat gets dry when I'm out there.
This here is all my repair tapes, and
You got that pencil.
not sure what that is.
Okay, if you don't know, okay, that. Oh my.
That's either soap or arrowroot powder.
Yeah, I always.
I got a sewing kit. Is that too much?
That's too much. Take one strand of that string. Pick a color. Pick a color.
Do you take dental floss with you? Do you have dental floss in your kit anywhere?
You know, I decided against it because I'm really bad at flossing at home, so I doubt if I'm going to floss on the trail.
Say if you had dental floss, you can always use dental floss as your.
I say just pick a color. Yeah. Ooh.
Pick a color. Earplugs. Q-tips.
Do you know how to sew?
Oh my.
I do.
You're not gonna use Q-tips.
No, probably
You
not.
take your bandana, not your safety bandana, and you just wipe those things out.
Got a few Band-Aids, hydrocortisone. Oh, I do have floss. A floss sachet.
This is what I want you to do.
I think we can greatly reduce.
Yes. I want
Yeah,
you to,
reduce this,
afterwards,
get rid of this
whenever
stuff.
We could work with you
I
separately,
need my contacts, extra pair.
just on your first aid.
Okay,
We're not trying to eliminate, we're just trying to combine.
okay.
So you only have one first aid. So my recommendation is after we're all done, you let us just separately look at your first aid.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
Because we don't want to eliminate anything. We just want to combine.
Clothes bag.
Another Z-Pax one.
I know. Because I bought it as a pillow, and they're horrible.
I don't have a clothes bag.
No?
No.
Well, I bought it because, you know, you flip it out and you use it.
There's your pillow. Wait a minute. You got 2 pillows.
Well, I don't use this as a pillow anymore because it sucks. It failed miserably. Jammies, my wool,
Okay, so you could pack those in your, okay, I'm going to take everything out there.
my jammy top, my bedtime socks.
We got, what are those other socks?
What other socks?
The waterproof sock.
The waterproof. Okay.
Oh, yeah, those are just for when my feet get wet. My down booties.
Now you were going to have those.
Yeah. A mid layer
Uh-huh.
of hiking pants, or not hiking pants, but yeah. One extra pair of socks and an extra pair in gingy.
What do you hike with?
I hike with a sock and an in gingy. My hiking pants.
Where's your bed stuff? Like what you wear to bed?
That's my
You wear 3 pairs of socks to bed.
No.
Okay, so you wear this to bed, you wear this to bed,
Yep. And those.
and these.
And my downs.
Okay.
Socks and the booties?
Oh yeah.
Is there anything else in there? Okay, let's set this bag to the side for now.
Riley, leave it.
What's next?
That's all in the clothes bag.
Okay.
That's it. I whatever I have on, I have on.
Where's your sleeping bag?
It's coming.
Okay.
My liner.
Okay, give me that.
Oh, I love my liner. That's gonna be a tough one to give up.
No, this isn't giving up. I'm gonna show you where to pack it.
Oh, okay. This is Wiley's sleeping bag.
He needs to carry it.
Wiley carries that.
Well, I'm afraid of it getting wet. His pack totally is not.
So you know a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
That is what I use instead of buying expensive bags for almost everything now. It's just Ziplocs.
Because this Z-Pack stuff is
They're great.
crazy, crazy stuff.
Okay, so you don't put your sleeping bag in a stuff sack.
Well, I used to always until about a month ago
Where's the bottom of your bag?
when I bought this monster.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna show you something before we go into that. You ready? No, look, watch.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Nice.
So remember, you got to keep everything dry. You want a whole dry. I would put everything that you're not planning on wearing during the day in here.
Okay.
And that's what you handed me. So there you go. You get rid of this bag.
Oh, okay.
You said you didn't like it anyway.
Hello, bag.
Well, you didn't exactly talk it up. You know, so.
Oh no. I was very disappointed.
Now, why are you carrying the bear?
Several reasons.
It has a picture of her bird on it.
Oh yeah, that's Scarlet, and this is, well, we call him Booby. He calls himself Booby.
Booby?
Yeah, Booby. It's Bebe actually, but he's a rose-breasted cockatoo, and she's an African gray. And Oliver.
Oliver, who is not present.
Well, how many days of food are in there?
5.
Do you plan on typically going 5 days?
4, and then the 5th day go to town. 4 nights.
Could you not buy the 450?
This
Because everything you
is
have in
pretty
there, there's nothing more in
doggone
there.
full. Well, the next idea of having the larger one is because after the first day, I can kind of shove his stuff into it.
Well,
So
you could repackage this food, make it smaller.
Yeah. How?
Pour the food out of yeah.
Have you done a 5-day trip and eaten all of that?
I usually have a whole day left, so I'm probably carrying too much food.
Your meals can come out of these, and you put them in freezer bag Ziplocs.
Then you have less trash to carry
They
too.
pack
I
up.
mean, it's easier
You can
trash.
get 5 meals about this high. just meals.
Makes a huge difference, I must say.
And then what is your thinking on the bear can?
The whole hang thing. And I know, I learned that, many people don't even bother hanging, but
A lot of the places have either the bear vaults.
In the south, there are bear poles, bear boxes, but that disappears in the mid-Atlantic.
until I got to the Smokies, I could probably hike without it because of the bear boxes.
I would think about getting the 450.
Yeah. What about his food? I mean,
Is he carrying his food?
he is, but at nighttime, I have to.
I mean, she still has the same problem that
gotcha,
she's
gotcha,
gonna.
gotcha.
Wow, I wouldn't carry a bear can, but that's just me.
Pretty heavy, huh?
Well, it's an extra 2.5 or 3 pounds, isn't it?
Yeah. 2.9 ounces. Yes.
The reason I don't carry a bear can is because whether it's full or it's empty, it's taking up the same amount of space.
Yeah, you can start stuffing things in there, but
You can use it to stuff other things in there, definitely, yeah. But
That's a personal decision.
yeah, I'm amazed how well you've got everything in there, to be honest with you. And once you
And,
start,
and this would go in there as well.
I would really think about how much you're taking with you every time. Try to go in. I know it's probably dangerous, but I try to go into town with literally zero food. And plan when I leave town, I'm going to be 3 days or 4 days or whatever it is, and take that
Yeah,
number.
and I still haven't figured out, the food that I'm eating.
Once you get going, once you get hiking, you'll learn your pace. And so then you'll be able to look at your guide and know roughly where you're going to be in that time, and then just add maybe a day to it as a just in case.
Well, it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks.
But how many people?
is this about what you weighed going through the Smokies?
It is.
How'd that feel for you?
I had a different pack. I had the Hyperlight, and it couldn't handle 30 pounds. I was dying by the time
This feels heavier than 30 to me when I scooped.
it was probably like 33.
Okay.
Or what about a Ursack or Ursack?
Well, after y'all talking about that, I'm considering.
I would recommend going half, or Ursack would fit the dog
I
food.
love Ursack.
Yeah, I was thinking about even
What's
getting
the
an
one
Ursack.
you said?
The critter sack.
The critter sack with the scent liner.
Well, you have to do the OP sack with it. I mean, so you just order those. You can get it from Ursack or you can get it from REI. But yeah, you absolutely need that inside the critter sack. Unless you're gonna hang.
Is the critter sack different than the Almighty?
It's a different. Okay, so the regular one that deters bears, smaller mammals can get into it.
Okay.
The one that deters mammals, bears can get into it. So you just have to kind of think about what's more likely. It's incredibly more likely that you're going to have to fend off small mammals. However, if you have everything in that odor-proof sack and you keep things reasonably clean, they don't even know you have food.
You have a dog. Bears hate dogs. The number one thing they say you're supposed to do if you see a bear and you're supposed to start barking. Seriously.
Are you able
one of
to?
the things-
Would you be able to demonstrate that?
I think on the AT you're better off. If you do Ursack, I think if you do Ursack on the AT, I would go with the Ursack minor they call it, or the critter sack, because my friend got a bunch of stuff stolen by raccoons that came right up into the shelter and snatched his bag and ran away. And there are mice, and those are you're way more likely to encounter those. And again, if you use the OP properly, no animal is going to know you have anything, and so it's not really going to attract bears. And I don't think they're habituated yet, the bears, to like seeing those as food sources.
I know people that have just bought the liner, the scentless liner, I don't know exactly what it's called, and put it in a regular food bag on the AT.
Yeah. On the CT, that I just used the OP.
Great getting so much in there, to be honest with you. I really do. Yeah, I think you've done great getting so much in there. And to be fair, as you start eating out of those bear canisters, it gets lighter, and you can put 1 or 2 other things inside.
But you never lose the 3 pounds of the canister. I predict this. I predict that you will start walking, and you're gonna figure out which of these things that feel pretty essential to you can either be switched out for something lighter or dropped.
Aren't you going to the Foothills Trail?
I am. Yeah.
It's a pretty heavy
Yeah.
pack.
You're leaving tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah. So that's going to be a real test. Yeah,
Be careful if you hear banjos down on the river.
I've heard.
All right, here we go.
This is my belt pack. And I have it.
Like your fanny pack?
Yeah, it's my fanny pack.
Okay.
And I took it off the thing because I found the belt to irritate along with that. So I just took it with these. My regular.
Well, that works.
Yeah. And in here I have a compass.
Let's see your compass. It's pretty light.
Is it too cheapy?
No.
No.
If it works, it
Got a
works.
mirror. You open it up and there's a mirror. Oh. It did work. Not anymore.
No clay? There's something.
Did I break it?
No, you didn't break it. It just
Okay.
works on there.
Well,
It came with like a necklace thing, and that's what that's for.
you might want
a
to. You need to
necklace?
probably check that out before you go, because it's not really.
It was working.
It's kind of.
Kind
of stuck.
jamming up, isn't
Yeah.
it? Okay. I'll get another one.
But I applaud you for bringing a compass.
You can get a compass at REI and it clips on your, it's like this big,
very small.
and it clips on your front strap.
What about the compass on your phone?
Just to be able to hold it.
That's good until your phone doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it.
I got pepper spray. Your hand sanitizer, and that's kind of big.
1.5.
That's two. That's supposed to be bears and little critters. Bug spray. And something.
Yep.
Sunscreen. That's two.
I will say on the AT, I never use sunscreen.
How much of your wallet are you bringing? Can I see your wallet?
Just like, well, this is what I brought with me, but that's not what I would take on the 18th.
Well, you know what a hiker wallet is, right?
Ziploc bag.
Yeah, it's a belt bag. That's what I plan to use, but I had it.
Yeah.
And my phone would be in here.
Excellent.
If I needed to.
Here's a hand on weekend.
And here I've got an extra lighter in case I somehow get separated.
Oh, that's smart.
And my knife is in here.
You don't have another knife in there, do you?
Can I see your?
That's in the
Can I see that?
Yeah, this little knife.
That's good. You can get an even smaller one, believe it or not. I cut my fingernails with that little bitty knife. It's just.
Can't do that. I have a nail clipper. This is my glass case. You saw that. And spare glasses, because if I lose.
Yeah, you're doomed.
You gotta be able to see.
I'm doomed.
First aid.
First aid and gear repair. My sewing kit. And all that is in there.
That's
You
pretty
could
small.
you could put your leaves in a
Ziploc.
plastic bag, a little bitty plastic
Are
bag.
you allowed to do that? Because I thought that if you drugs couldn't go in, like.
I do it all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Because there's numbers on the pills, and anybody can go. You can go online and look up the number, and it'll tell you
Right.
exactly what it is. So
Okay.
they can look it up if they have any worries.
I got water tablets in there, anti-diarrhea, Benadryl,
Yeah.
and some Band-Aids and blisters and things.
There you go.
And that's my first aid and ear repair all in one.
I see tenacious tape. You need that whole roll.
No, it's not a whole roll. I just cut it, and it's not. See, it's.
Mhm.
Oh, I got you.
in there.
Okay.
So it's just this. And
You know what we call that?
toiletry bag.
A butt kit. We're really called an A kit, but I won't say that out loud.
Yeah, I've got nail clippers in there. Also good for cutting thread and stuff. So it's kind of dangerous.
Is that what you're going to carry when you put your pack down and go to the bathroom?
No, you want to be a grand weenie.
So that's not your butt kit.
No, this is like my toiletry. Yeah, toothbrush, toothpaste,
Okay.
wipes.
Why wouldn't you combine those two?
I guess I could.
Yeah.
If they'll all fit.
It will.
Yeah. I guess just for ease of finding stuff for what I need.
Yeah, because you really got that's what I would call your ditty supplies.
Uh-huh.
Goes in your one ditty bag, and then you have your I'm going to go to the bathroom ditty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
Hey, do you have a spade? A trowel, Mary?
Wiley carries it.
Oh, okay.
That and the wipes. And a water bottle.
P style. It's so you can stand up. Yeah. You know, a girl thing. Oh yeah.
Don't ask.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I use it. I horseback ride a lot, and you go out in the woods. And you've got a horse. You can't.
And this
use
is a smaller bottle, right? Yeah.
It's the liter.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like smaller than a liter, I think.
No, it's a liter. Oh, it is 23 ounce, isn't it? Yeah.
I'd go with the tall one.
Water in on the side. You
Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's really good. Good access, isn't it?
Yeah, I can pull them out.
I do too.
There's my water filter.
What's that?
It's a water filter. It's the MSR Trail Shot.
You like it?
Yeah, I do. It's come in handy when you got just a puddle of water under there, and this filters it, and you can suck it up in there. So there's that. I think I got everything on the outside.
It's amazing how many people have so many different things as well, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah.
This is my rain pants and my rain. And my bear cans in there. I only brought that because I didn't know what kind of bear bag to get. And I have used the bear can because there's a few.
Gear?
Yeah, this is my rain gear and this is my butt kit.
Okay. You got a small butt kit. That's good.
Yeah.
Mine's not that small. I bring a whole roll.
Packing your fears.
That's right. My number one fear is running out of toilet paper.
Use a bidet.
It's never going to happen. I'm not going to use the clay method.
This is my electronics.
I mean, that is a nightmare method.
Most popular method in the world.
This is my electronics. That's my phone, which I would normally carry on me. And then this is a 10,000 power bank. And then the cords I need, but still kind of heavy.
I think you can put all
This is
that.
always one of the heaviest items if you're carrying a power bank. You kind of can't get around that.
No.
I mean, I know on the AT I had like this not very effective solar one, and it's a lot lighter than the 10,000 that I have now.
It came with the bag.
But you're in the green tunnel.
Well, I wouldn't change a thing on that.
You don't get much sun, don't you? Do you?
I didn't carry a power bank at all.
Yeah, I think you can get it.
Whenever I'd go into a town or whatever, even if I stopped at like a McDonald's or somewhere, the first thing I'd done was started looking for the chair.
I think on the AT you can usually get away with it unless you listen to music or something.
Right.
And put it on airplane mode almost all the time, and put it on low battery.
Yes.
All the time when you're using it, because that is the background power drainage.
This is for warming putting your meals in to hydrate them.
Smart.
So
What was that?
That you can put your meal in there to a koozie.
Is that a packed liner?
See, you'd be better off
Okay.
getting something like this and put your meals in Ziploc. Now make sure they're freezer bags.
yeah, the quart freezer bag.
What do you do with this thing called?
It's a koozie. I got it off of Etsy. Somebody makes them. And that's got the fuel canister and everything in it. Yeah. And that's the bear canister. Here's my Thermarest.
Thermarest, you're not going to change much on that unless you just carry it without the sack. That's personal preference.
Yeah, it's so fragile, I'm afraid, jamming stuff in there. I don't know. This is my socks and my hat and my buff is in here.
Extra socks.
Like stocking hat, I've got those in something separate. I could probably combine stuff.
I like that.
Sleep clothes.
I like that you're using
My
Ziplocs.
sleep clothes I've got on right now.
But where would you put your sleep clothes?
I would just jam them in there, in here.
In the foot of your sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Now what is this, extra?
What? This socks, tank top and a pair of underwear. And then this is my sleeping bag. And it's got a sleeping bag liner on it, in it. It's feathered friends.
You can get one of those things. Remember to compress it.
Yeah.
Saves you a lot of space.
To get in here.
So
Put my clothes
all
in
my
there.
clothes, I don't have clothes bags.
Uh-huh.
I have the clothes I have on and then everything I want to keep dry, put in the foot of your sleeping bag,
Okay.
and stuff it in that stuff sack.
Okay.
And you never have to deal with it.
Compression sack to.
See, I used a dry bag for my clothes, but all I had, exactly what
I use a waterproof compression sack
Yeah.
just to guarantee, just to guarantee that it won't get wet.
Yeah.
And it has happened to me. It happened recently where rain got inside my trash compactor bag, and I just know that it's fine because it's inside the waterproof compression sack, and it weighs a little more, but not a lot. I can grab one and show you. But
That's the only thing I put in a compression sack is my sleeping bag, a waterproof. Inside that, well, you don't have to have a garbage bag inside that sack.
Right.
I think you're admirably light.
I think you've done great, with the exception of the bear can.
Yeah, that's the one thing I agree. I agree.
How many meals are in there? How much
They
food?
say you can do 3 to 5 days in there. Okay. So
Why do you want to carry a bear can?
I don't really want to. I just brought it just so that as some place to put my food, you know. I have stayed at state parks in Georgia where there have been bear problems, and I've had to have the can.
So you won't start off with one.
Not necessarily, no. No. And you recommend the Ursac with the.
You have to do the odor-proof sack inside. You have to do that inside. Otherwise, yeah, you're just waving it around. I mean, somebody will drag it away. They may not be able to open it. So it's just, you're supposed to tie it to a tree. That's what you do, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to hang it. You just tie it to a tree.
You can just find the highest branch you can reach.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like it'd be a lot, because I don't know if I could do all that.
Or like he said, tie it around the trunk.
That's what I've seen most people do is, tie it around the base of the tree.
And then the knock on that with bears is if a bear decides there's food in there, or if it knows what it is, they can smash it all up. They aren't going to be able to get inside, but they'll munch up your whatever you got inside. So,
good job, Gail.
And so he was looking for a good solution for him to be able to carry comfortably. And I've had back surgeries and stuff, so I really liked his system for straps. It's actually a vest. And so the vest comes together, and it's like a fishing vest, and that's how he started. He used a bag and a fishing vest and put them together. But you can also opt for the S-type straps or the J straps. And then also these are, you have large and small, and I like these because they had 4 points of compression, so you can really dial in your belt.
Is that belt removable?
Yes, yeah, the belt's removable.
Down, you can have like a fanny pack.
Yeah, and it's also adjustable, so I've done the adjustments several times, so just making sure I had the right size.
The height of the.
Yeah, the height. So if it's riding heavy, it might ride lower, so you can actually adjust it up a little bit. So that's that. I just happen to have this great orange bandana.
That is a must go up the trail.
Sanitizer and a whistle, and then I heard yesterday, don't get a metal whistle, and I looked at it and it's like, yeah, it's already starting to rust a little bit, so not good, not good. And then let's see what else on this side. And then inside here,
A lot of good compartments, isn't there?
yeah, there's a lot of compartments. There's my head net and bug net.
Oh, I have bug net.
Yeah. And then, let's see, I don't think I have anything on this side yet. Yeah, but this is where my wallet would go, or just some cash and a couple of credit cards. And
You would not keep that on your person.
likely I probably would.
Okay.
Yeah. So then this is my first aid kit and my lamp. So, or my headlamp,
Look at that.
the Petzl Bindi.
Is that a rechargeable one?
It's rechargeable, yeah.
That's the one I have.
So my first aid kit, the only problem I'm finding with Ziplocs is I'm getting tears. But
Use the freezer bags.
the freezer bags are better? Okay. Yeah, but I've got you want to see all this stuff?
Yours looks pretty small.
Is that good or bad?
That's good.
Okay. So I've got my couple of wipes for off, just in case. But I'm set up right now for fall, so this is my fall setup. Okay. And then these are toe spacers in case I get some blisters or whatever in between. I've got my Imodium. I've got some Benadryl. And let's see what else. And inside of those, I have those desiccant bags. I think that's how you say it. That keep the moisture out. Desiccant. Yeah.
I think you can skip those.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I carried pills on the AT and nothing. They were all right inside of.
And I did get some dioxazine from my doctor, so I've got a couple of those all ready to go. Only a couple large Band-Aids, some small Band-Aids, ibuprofen, definitely, and let's see what else. Hydrocortisone cream. I've got some hand wipes, Bactrasin ointment, and a couple emergencies. And then my little tick
Relatively
key.
small amount, which is great, yeah. And if you ever need to...
Moleskin I actually keep on the outside.
Are you carrying leukotape?
Yeah, let me undo this real quick.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yep.
Yeah, it's on my poles. So
Excellent.
I think moleskin Band-Aids and leukotape is overkill, personally. So you might want to drop one.
I don't have moleskin.
Oh, okay.
All I have is the leukotape. Just the tape. Yeah, just the tape.
You know, something I kept mentioning, I don't know when I was going to mention it, but I'm going to mention it now. So, anybody get chafe ever?
Body
You
glide.
probably will on the AT just because it's wet and this and that. The miracle cure, not the preventative, the cure is Vagisil. And it works like a charm. And it's just that stuff you buy at the grocery store. You put it on, it stings, but after about 30 seconds, it's got an analgesic property. And I've never woken up with the chafe still there. So I'm never caught without Vagisil. It is a must-have item for me. And it works really well.
What I done is Walmart always in the hunting season, they always have the like $1 sticks of scentless deodorant. I always use that.
I use Body Glide.
Body Glide for me is more of a preventative.
Fingerless gloves.
Are
those going to actually be warm enough?
Well, necessarily warm enough, but they'll help with the friction from the poles. And then also if as I get farther north, have to do any kind of hand over hand kind of things.
You have regular gloves, right?
As far as like winter gloves or
Fingered gloves?
winter gloves, yeah.
I don't know about, again, if you're looking to lose weight, I think you can lose the fingerless gloves. Your hands, I always get a blister right here. This is from falling this morning, but I get blisters right here, real quick. They go away, and then I have a callus from my poles. Okay. So, and for climbing, I don't know that would help you very much. Your fingers are going to be what's cold anyway, if that's what you're thinking about. Yeah, and again, I'm just offering my thoughts. To me, that is something I think you might not use.
Well, I would, you know what? You could carry it when you start in the spring if you're worried about the climbing. You're not going to need those in the south.
But I don't know how it's going to help you climbing particularly. Have you done much rock climbing?
I did when I was a kid, yeah.
I mean, it's very fingery. So it's almost like this is not protecting. And like I say, I do always get a blister here and here, and it's not a bad one. It just goes away and I have a callus. So if you're looking to lose weight, I think you might consider that.
They also make like a sun glove that's light. And it has a little bit of a pad there.
Okay.
And they're a lot lighter and they're fingerless.
And people use those on the PCT. They're very lightweight. I brought them and got rid of them right away because I didn't use them. So.
Okay. On the outside, I've got my, let's see, the only shoes I will carry all 2,200 miles.
The Crocs.
Do you find you use camp shoes?
Camp shoes, yeah, and then water crossings.
Okay.
And I really like them because of the bubbles that they have in here. Really kind of gives you a little massage at the end of the day. Yeah. This pocket, let me move this out of the way.
I like your pad.
My pad? Yeah.
And it looks nice and new too. It looks
like relatively new. It's a Nemo switchback. And the reason I got this was I was looking at some of the other pads that were out there that weren't quite as tall. Was that going through the south, I know I'll be going through hunting season, and I'm going to strap this out like that. So.
Smart.
I've carried it flat like that, so looks good.
And then I've got my frog togs.
Yay! Right on. You learned that lesson.
I got my rain hat, which this is an awesome rain hat. But I also have my umbrella. So I may be a little too over.
I agree. I think that's overkill, one or the other.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure. I know a lot of long hikers have used the umbrella, and I like the idea.
Because doesn't the umbrella also protect your pack a little bit too, or no?
Just put it on. You're not.
Yeah, so it lets all the water down. The only thing with me is what drives me crazy if I get water on my glasses. It just drives me crazy.
I think, I don't think your umbrella's overkill with the hat. I think you're going to appreciate that because it does rain sideways quite often. So I think you'd really appreciate it.
Are you bringing another hat? Is that your only hat?
Right now, yeah. Okay. Yeah, rain cover, but it sounded like this might be overkill because I have a liner. Yeah.
It depends how much you've got inside the bag.
And how much you're carrying outside and what you're carrying outside.
That you don't want to get wet, yeah.
If it's a 1 ounce cover, it's not going to kill you, but they don't.
Outside.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah.
Thermometer and some pins. What do you call those? Safety pins. Yeah, for blisters, but also hanging socks and whatever.
And fixing your pack and fixing everything else. Your pack cover, is it waterproof?
It's supposed to be. I've not tried it out yet.
Because some of them really aren't, and then it's sort of pointless. I mean, not pointless, but.
And then on this side, I've got my butt bag. So, and I am a bidet guy, but I've got a little extra stuff. And I've got the Body Glide in there as well.
Have you used the bidet?
Yes, yeah.
You've been practicing?
I'm pretty sure bidets are a man thing.
When I lived in Iran, I mean, that's how the Middle Easterners do it. And that's why you use your left hand and not you eat with your right hand. So
well over half the world does it that way. So not saying we.
But that's also why I have sanitizer.
Yeah, and remember that, by the way, Clay does not have sanitizer.
Your straps all rubber band up. Can you just not?
Yeah, so when I got the pack, I did the rubber bands until I made sure I had plenty. And so right before I go, I've considered cutting them, but I've actually found with the rubber band, when I go to tug, especially in the cold, it really gives me grip. It gives me a nice grip. So I'm thinking I may put just a little bit of black duct tape around them. And then I've got my duct tape if I need duct tape.
Well, you worked this out. Yeah.
I had to take my pack and put it inside a suitcase to send it with me, so everything.
It'll bounce back.
Yeah, it'll pop back. It's just without air. But I've got a little bit of black duct tape there, so that's my 1 liter. And then the nice thing is the Smart bottles fit in these pockets absolutely perfect. 1 liter will stick up and hit me in the chin, but the 500s, so I've got a 500 on one side and 5 on the other, so that gives me 2 liters of water. And I usually have my tent poles in here. So this is like what's left of my tent right now. Tent poles. And then I've got my Seanock and my Sawyer. So
there's a company called Virginia Foothills Designs. They make a little bitty tent stake bag, and I was given one when I was on the PCT. That's made, I can't remember the name of all the materials, but it's made out of this really tough material so that it doesn't poke through, because I've actually poked through a number of those little thin nylon ones. Totally worth having. I love it. I love that thing.
It's probably a Rogaine material. Rogaine material.
Remember, I'll show you mine. I love it. It was given to me on the PCT.
That's what they use a lot of times on like a lot of your packs and tents and stuff like that, where poles are going to go.
It's very tough.
Yeah.
So I keep my tent, my stake bag. I keep only a stake bag. I don't put my tent in a bag or my fly. And so I keep that above my liner.
Okay, because that was my question. If it's wet,
I stick it in above the liner.
And you know what I'd like to do for that reason, though, is go ahead and bring an extra garbage bag. It doesn't have to be a compactor bag, so that you can throw it in there and contain whatever moisture's in there. It's just a thought, because, you know, I hate, you know, when water runs inside your compactor bag.
Yeah, and then I've got my sack for all my food. I have no food or bars or anything else packed in this pack at this time. and also no fuel, and they took my 2 lighters. So they were really harsh. They had something to prove, I think, when I left. Yeah, but I did want to show this little hack that I learned. This is my food bag, and inside there I have my, because it's a smellable, I've got extra baggies, and I've got my my kit, my brush, and then I'm using the tablets for toothpaste. Instead of toothpaste, I'm using the charcoal tablets. And then also, I've got a mirror, and I use that for signaling if I need to, but also tick checks. So, since I'll be out on my own. So that's it. And again, another one of those silica, whatchamacallit. And I also have the what'd you call it, a koozie? Yeah, this one's a little fancy though.
Did you make it yourself or you bought it?
No, I bought it from somebody off Etsy that was making them. So it was pretty cool.
What do you use that for?
So you take like a Mountain House meal and you stick it in there when it says to let it sit for 10 minutes, and it keeps it keeps the heat inside the bag, keeps your meal cooking while.
Yeah, if you transfer your Mountain House to a Ziploc, you just throw the Ziploc in that bag.
That just insulates.
And I also, instead of the compactor bag, I bought I went ahead and got the 6 Moons liner bag that fits this pack perfectly, supposedly. It's my cook system, and do you want to see all this? Nah. It's a pot, fuel, and then my coffee cup on the outside. So.
What is it? What kind?
It's just one of those that pops. I don't know what it's called.
Is that a Sea to Summit?
Yeah, I think it's Sea to Summit. So.
The 6 Moon Designs bag that you've got in there, the dry sack, those things work. Because I've tried to wash mine before and it just fills up with water. It's like a giant water balloon. They really are. They're amazing. They really work well. Yeah.
And then this is my kind of miscellaneous bag. It's my heavy bag. It's got my electronics, but it also has my repair kit. And I think my repair kit could use some real paring down. But my electronics, I've got my Garmin. I've got just about everything in there. There is 1 or 2 things that I saw earlier that might help. My in-town charger, so I can charge 4 things at once if I need to. Doesn't help me on the trail, and that weighs a little bit it's got some weight to it. My Garmin, but one of the things, I've also color-coded my cords to sync up to because I always can't remember which one goes which. But the tape's coming loose, so what I'm going to end up doing is using bread ties, because bread companies actually change the color on their bread ties. Yep. So get a few extra bread ties. Nail polish. Thought about nail polish.
A paint marker.
And there was something else. Where is it? They make a little, where did it go? It's an adapter that takes a USB and converts it to a USB-C, or a USB-C converts it to a USB. So I think, Mary, you had several types of cords, but they make these tiny little adapters, so you could, if you got a couple of those, it might, yeah. So, and then going down hills, I tend to get a little pain just underneath, and then this strap actually takes that pain away pretty well. So I'm carrying that. And then this is my repair kit. So I don't know if you've seen these towels. Yes. Yeah, these are great. And it's a towel. It'll actually come out to about that big. And then you can get your condensation, or if you need to dry something. Okay.
So is it a one-time use? Or
No, you can then, after that, you just wash it by hand. But it condenses up. My earplugs, all my tapes and repair. I also have some tablets in case my filter goes bad in the wintertime. And let's see. I kept hearing that you need to have a Sharpie, but I cannot figure out why.
You know what?
So I got mine.
It's handy for different things, but what a lot of people do is, like, if you're trying to hitch to town and you can find a piece of cardboard, you got a piece of paper, and you can write hiker to town on it just to help you get a ride. That's, that's one use that I've heard. I do carry a little one just.
Well, they have that bandana too now. One side says hiker to town, flip it over, hiker to trail.
Do you have a ground cloth for your tent? What do you put underneath?
I have a ground cloth. It's the one that came, it's the Big Agnes.
Okay, so if you use Tyvek, then what a lot of people do, what I did, is you just write the hiker to town on one side and hiker to trail on the other side. I have a, big sign that says.
So this is my clothes bag, and actually, I'll use and it's cotton shemagh. It has many different uses. It'll be what I use on my head when it gets cold or windy, or at night. I actually throw it over my head to keep the little bit of air and stuff off my face.
I would never go with cotton.
I know, and that's where I wrestle with it. But and then basically I've got just the pants and stuff that I sleep in. But the reason I have them in a bag, and I've got an extra pair of Injinjis, is because this bag actually turns inside out, and it's a pillow. Yeah, and it was very comfortable. So.
Yeah, you've thought it through.
Dialed in.
Well, trying.
So on your multi-plug charging block there, I would only think you would want that or need that if you're like buzzing in and out of town really quick. You know what I mean? To have the 4 to be able to charge all at once. I mean, you might fight people for plugs when you get to a hostel or something. That happens. But if you're there overnight, I don't know. You don't really need to lose a lot of weight. But I think I don't think you actually need it. Unless you were like, I'm zipping into town and doing my grocery shopping and I'm going to leave my stuff in charge over here and you need to do it in 2 hours. Or 1 or whatever. It just seems like, but you got things pretty dialed in, so.
This is my my sleep system, or part of my sleep system. I do have the airbag to fill this up. And I got this one for my back and to make sure that I was as comfortable as possible. And I use the orange pad underneath me, and that gets it gets the heat R value up to about 5.2. Really? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, between the two, because this is 3.5 and that's 1.5. So I'll lose one of those when the spring comes. And then, as you suggested, my quilt I keep in a compression bag. So
Those things are amazing.
That's what I've got. And that's a waterproof compression sack right there.
That's the Cedar Summit?
Mm-hmm.
Cedar Summit, yeah, and I have a synthetic, what is it? Who makes the bags? They make them from starts with an E, 2 E words. Enlighten Equipment, thank you, yes. So I've got the Enlighten Equipment, but I did synthetic because I had that fear of my down getting wet. So that's it. That's everything. Wow. Yeah.
I think you're ready to go hiking in 2 weeks.
Hope so.
So I'm the only one looks like with a brain. So
He's been waiting to say that all afternoon.
So yeah, in my brain, I have to always. I'm bald, so I always have at least 1 or 2 beanies. Plus, I carry a buff with me. As soon as it gets warmer, then I just lose them. I got 1 headlamp in here as well. On the other,
Like he was saying, it's okay. You don't have to, if you need 2 beanies, then you need to, what
right.
you need to operate.
Yeah. So, and on the other side, the wrapper from Power Bar. I guess we can get rid of that. I have a second.
Now, why do you have 2 headlamps?
I got 2 headlamps because I'm concerned that something will go wrong with the one, or it'll,
Just get 2 batteries. Are they chargeable or?
What's
batteries?
that? They're chargeable. Rechargeable.
I would carry just 1.
You don't need 2.
So, okay, I'll put that down there. I carry a trash bag with me.
Well, pick your favorite one.
They're the same.
Oh, they're the same.
The same. I have a few carabiners I got thrown in here.
I really ended up only carrying 1. I used to carry like 3. I don't think you need too many carabiners.
Yeah, I got a couple, but I'm still trying to narrow it down with my gear and stuff. So it just continues dropping because the last time I went hiking, I think I had 2 pounds of stuff like this. So I got it down to that just in one trip.
What do you use those carabiners for?
What's that?
What do you use the carabiners for?
I use the carabiners, a lot of it's for my hammock system. Okay. And then here's the necklace that
We'll forgive you on the neck.
Yeah, I won that from Jester's, and this is my bug spray. So I love that stuff.
Is it the what's it called?
It's the Picardin. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, me too. I like it a lot better than.
I'll spray it on my buff. I spray it on my buff, and it keeps the mosquitoes away. I've walked through swarms of mosquitoes.
I used it on the PCT and I liked it.
Inside my brain, I got my filter, and this is my butt bag. Then I got my water bottles as well. So here's this is my rain gear, and this is the cover for the backpack as well.
What kind of rain gear?
It's frog dogs. Hanging on the bottom. This is my hammock. So this is heavier than the ones we felled earlier. But
Is that the tarp and everything?
this isn't the tarp. This is this does have the bug net, which is attached to the hammock, the rain fly that attaches to the hammock, and then just that part. And I do have the straps are in here, so I have. That's all in here.
And that won't fold down anymore if you put it in a stuff sack.
That's a bridge hammock, so it has the
Oh,
poles.
it's a bridge. I'm sorry. Okay.
Then here's my ear sack. This is my second tarp that I put up high. That would be the first thing I'd pull out and hang up if it was raining, and then I'd be able to do everything else underneath it. I got a big Agnes. That's 40 degree.
When are you planning to start? Oh, well, you're gonna section, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna section. And the thing is I was planning stuff for this weekend too. There's some things like I don't have any extra clothes in here because I wasn't gonna wear them. I was just gonna sleep in my clothes overnight. And so I would carry probably a pair of shorts, another t-shirt, and an extra pair of socks. That'd be what I would carry as far as extra clothes. I'd be wearing most of the time tactical pants and some kind of a moisture wicking t-shirt.
So those would be your I need to get dry clothes.
Yeah. So got a ShamWow. My electronics are inside. This bag has a slack pack bag attached to the inside of it that you can pull out. So
You're not going to take that, are you?
What's that? The slack pack?
bag.
Yeah, it's part of the backpack, and then you could just pull it right out. You just pull it right out, and so if you're gonna slack pack, you have the pack with you to go for the day.
And the only thing on the slack pack bag is usually whoever's slacking you has bags that you can use. Just FYI.
So yeah, this is all I have for my electronics. I look on these. The reason I have this is I like to be able to look at my phone with a leash. So
And also too, if you have you can charge on the go while you're walking if you have a longer cord.
then this is my underquilt. I do have one of those cinch sacks. I probably could put this into it and drastically.
If you need the space, that's the best way to do it, isn't it, really?
That's synthetic, right?
Yes, yep, it's synthetic. I'm not sure what I think this is a 20. The other night it was fine. Along with my 40 degree sleeping bag, yeah, I was fine in there. So then in the bottom, I do have, that saw that's over there that we've been using, that goes in the bottom here. I do have a sleeping bag because my hammock can also be used as a tent. So I have a sleeping pad just in case. This is heavy, I know it is. It was just the first one I bought just to see what I'm going for.
Wow. I'd leave the saw at home. You're not going to use it.
I did. I do. I enjoy having it. And then I carry a knife. And
Have you used a sleeping pad with your hammock?
no. And then this has a,
Wow. So you got 2 saws.
yeah, somewhat, but this wouldn't,
What do you use it for? Just cutting wood for fire?
what, the knife or
The saw?
the saw, yeah, just for fire. And I do, like I said, when I'm out by myself, I like to build a fire. It's just one of those, that's a security thing for me. Yep. Have a small fire going, as long as it's clear around it while I'm there sleeping. To me, it's a comfort thing. And up on the Finger Lakes Trail where I'm at most of the time, I'm in pretty good shape as far as not having to worry about fires flaring up. So unless there's a burn ban, and then you just can't do it. So I also do have I have a hat my wife got it for me in Australia. It completely collapses, but has a brim all the way around. The bug net fits right down over that thing perfect. So I have that as well that goes with me. My sunglasses are magnetic. They go right onto my frames. They just click right on. So it's really thin. And is actually this is the reason why I got those ones. Trying to think what else.
Is there anything that you have that you question?
I know the sleeping pad. That's a big one.
Why the ShamWow?
It's my towel.
Oh, you're okay.
That's a towel I use. And
Why do you need a towel?
I guess I'm thinking if I could need to wipe down my gear that's wet before I throw it in my pack.
So my recommendation for it, if you want to have a rag to wipe down stuff with, the ShamWow is good because it's super absorbent.
Yeah.
But you don't need all of it.
Right,
Because
cut it down some.
once it gets saturated, you can wring it out and just keep wiping.
Yeah.
Because I have the same thing. So.
That was quite substantial, wasn't it? Yeah.
But if you're using it like a towel for yourself,
That's
that would be
different. Yeah.
that would be different. But
Yeah.
that's just a personal
What'd you do?
preference.
Cut it, Austin, or get it?
Yeah, just cut it. See, that sucker's heavy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's almost the definition of the cliche. You're packing your fears because you've got 2 whole shelter systems available because you've got the convertible one, but it adds this weight.
And then my first aid's all in here. First aid and some other. I got like even a cold compress. I have some gauze. I got some Band-Aids in here. My ibuprofen and some allergy meds, and my whistle's in there as well. So,
Well, here's something I want everybody to think about. You don't have to change anything. Your first aid should be where you can access it. If you fall, my first aid fits in my fanny pack. That's where my first aid is. Something that's always on my body.
Mine's on my belt, yeah.
And my whistle is if I'm laying down or something happens to me, I can access it with my mouth. So because that's, you're going to have to blow 3 times with all your might, probably, especially if you're injured. So just think about it. So your first aid should be where you can access it in case of emergency.
Yeah, that could go in your hip belt, couldn't it, really? Yeah.
and then the thing is, in the fanny pack part, I have on, they're like, one is like little jelly bellies for,
like food?
Yeah, like for electrolytes, little caffeine boost. Then I have some Propel. I do have a cup in my, one of those collapsible cups in my food bag that I can grab and if I want to mix some of that up and drink it.
Here's another thing that a search and rescue individual told me. First aid kit, what if you're separated from your pack? So if you have a fanny pack, think about on the PCT, there's a lot of river crossings. You have to undo your belt. What if your pack went one way and all you had was what was on your body? So just packing wise, not telling anybody to get rid of anything, just maybe where you put everything.
Yeah, and the thing is with the Urisac, what everybody's worried about is if you take 2 slip knots, you make sure you do it, put one through the other like that, around a tree, tie it off, then just put a carabiner in here. Bear's not going anywhere with it, because if they pull on this, they're pulling on what's making it tighter either way. So let me throw a carabiner on it so you can see how the...
And remember, according to the company, little critters can get into your bear-proof Ursac, and big critters, bears can't get into the, vice versa.
So you're suggesting to use both? One is
Oh, no. I think you should pick your poison and decide what you're most likely to need to defend against.
I think it depends on what trail you're on, is what you're saying, really.
It's just so unlikely that you're going to have a bear problem. So if that's a bear one. Yeah.
And no, I don't have a scent-proof bag.
It's so worth it. They weigh not very much.
Yeah, so I should get one for that. And I've hung that too.
Yeah.
I mean, if I have a good limb, I'll hang it.
Yeah, you can hang.
But one of the things I do with that then is between me and wherever I'm gonna use the restroom at night, I put it like in my path between there and my tent. So my headlamp will, because it has reflective rope on it, so it catches my light catches that.
Any questions from anybody or Mighty Blue?
No, I'm impressed for how everybody seems to watch
Yeah.
what they want to do. Yeah,
heavy,
their packs are much better than mine.
Also,
Far better than mine. I like to get the first stuff I get all in there. I normally pack the day I'm going somewhere.